calendar. We will be doing it soon. I'm working out the content for that. But ladies and gentlemen, like I said, these gentlemen have helped me become a better speaker. So if you want to become an excellent podcaster, you do eventually want to make money, you do want to be recognized, make it a lifestyle, and go with the process. Guys, do you want to kind of give a synopsis or kind of like a brief of your journey since you started? We all kind of, I think someone like Curtis, you started being before I did. Do you want to kind of like give like an outlook of what it was like for you when you first started and where you're at today with exactly that?
It was backstabbing, like backstabbing central, man. You know what I'm saying? Like people trying to find a good point to start. 'Cause I'm so distracted with my kids and their playtime.
Mhm.
Wait, gotta go. Hold on.
He's on a
Maybe
break,
no show.
ladies and gentlemen. He'll be right back, so to speak. Cyber Shots, what's going on, brother? Good to
What's
see you,
up, man?
man.
No doubt. I was just chopping up our podcast we did yesterday, our broadcast. Gonna, put it out on other platforms. And I saw you were live, so on
Yeah,
stereo.
yeah, I definitely appreciate you, man. And that's the thing is adding more value. So also just a quick announcement. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm open up to making comments on stereo. So hopefully you'll be heard. But Cyber Shots. So getting back to how did you necessarily get into the audio podcasting world and where was your vision and where are you at now? Like I said, this is kind of like Sunday Brunch, a year in review.
Yeah,
What
no
was
doubt.
your journey like?
Well, being our age, we really grew up with audio. You know what I'm saying? TV was like, whatever. I'd rather go outside and play type of thing. And
Mhm.
always mixing around with mixtapes back in the 80s and all that, making beats, playing the guitar, keyboards, trumpet and all that stuff. I've always been around music, so I had somewhat of a fetish with audio, you know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
I was driving my truck one day at work and Gary Vee came on the radio and he was like, "You can start your own podcast for free." I'm like, "What?" Nah.
Yeah.
So I got off of work, I downloaded it, right? Now
Mm.
I'm thinking that it is like we're doing now, that everybody's going to mix it down. You're going to have clean quality sound.
Right, 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 right.
And you know that that was not the case at all, man. So, like, yeah, we started off in the 30-second podcast days and I did my first podcast. I was like, yo, this is cool. And I think I kept doing it until somebody called in and, it was Red Sable. It was Mr. No Show and you. And I was so caught up in just doing a podcast. I'm like, oh shit, people are calling in. And I freaked out and I didn't get on the air for like 3 days.
Now, the
And
audio may not be coming through stereo, so for stereo, listeners out there, for whatever reason, it may not be working right now, from what I can see. If my lips aren't moving when Cyber Shots or No Show's on, it's okay. You can watch the replay or go
Bro,
download
it's working.
TV.
It's working. It's working.
Oh, okay. Just making sure. But shout out to Gary Vee because you know what, Cyber Shots, I also thanks, man. Cyber Shots, I agree with you. I got on to Anchor because of Gary Vee. It was like who wants to get on for 30 seconds when I got into it. I was like, okay, well, I can make clips, but we were able to share our messages, like these little whatever informative things. And we just they increased the app. And then it got to a point where I was like, I feel like some things are kind of sinister going on. I feel like I need to do something more than just what's Anchor. And Anchor helped me also develop intake because I was a pretty charged up guy and still was. By the time
no
I got
doubt.
to stereo in the beginning, um, I was I was just like, like rough, like no feeling, no nothing.
Yeah,
And
the
you
villain
remember
Jason.
that,
When I met first. Yeah, I remember that motherfucker, man. Don't try to
right? But I learned to start slowly calming down, and I started learning to work with you guys, and then eventually, finally, in 2021, we really got to start working together somewhat here and there. Curtis and I started working on Blank Canvas. Then when you find Cyber, when you finally got on, it's like where you could really connect. That was like, okay, yes, we can do this, man. Let's do a video. It was like
Right.
the sky's the limit. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. No show. What's up, man?
Yo, what's good, my guy? How you feeling?
Good, good, good. Good to be here. Good to be. I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah, I went to the gym like at 4 o'clock this morning, and I'm just like, I haven't been back to sleep. So I'm 8 hours in my day. I started writing my shows for today, and then my kids woke me up. Now I'm just like, man, how can I get back into my show? I got to finish getting my clothes ready for the week. Damn, you know what? Fuck them clothes. I'm just gonna show up wearing whatever I can. Sweatpants, don't matter. But no, so my bad. I had to leave so abruptly. But the kids was climbing on the table like some coyote ugly. Not gonna happen
Oh
again.
shit.
Yeah, they just in each other's food right now. They're eating their lunch, just dipping in each other's food.
It happens, man. It happens. It totally happens. But hey, I kind of think about it's like when you go to the gym. I don't. I maybe as just as a guy, it's like if I got a ripped T-shirt or if I hit whatever, I'm gonna get dirty and I'm gonna get sweaty and don't freaking matter if my sneaks are on point or whatever. For me, it's just like I'm time to go. It's time to go get gritty. That's it, you know. And if I ain't sweating enough, then I need to spend a little bit more time or a lot more time working it out and challenging the body to challenge the mind. You know. So I definitely feel you on that.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I'm at right now, man. Just trying to get my mind ready because when I start speaking on podcasts, I really listen to how I speak in my flow, and I
Mhm.
realized I sound like I'm out of breath at that point. What's wrong with me?
Mm.
Oh, I'm not breathing. So I've been getting my breathing remedies down, trying to be able to have a clear head, man. Like honestly, like we talked about yesterday, it's important to get a clear head. So I have my time here in a little bit. Once I get everything situated, I'm gonna take them OUT side so they can enjoy.
No
Yeah,
Just
doubt. No doubt.
and it's interesting that you mentioned that because tomorrow on Rise and Grind, I'm going to be talking about healing and meditation. And part of that show tomorrow morning is going to be a necessity how to re-hone your power back to you. How to like, it's not about a pill you can take, it's not about a vaccine you can go invest into. It's not about, it's taking your personal experience back to you, the basics. If you want it in a good health, you got to start with level one, just breathing, and how to focus your mindset. So, for those listeners out there, you can go check it out. Meditation. I'm not an expert, but I definitely use it on every day to prime my day. So, shout out to the, show for you doing exactly what you're doing, man. And that's also how you keep your level head, so to speak. I think that's the beginning, and then it's like, kind of like what you've talked about. You're looking at the kind of food that you're into, or so on and so forth, and what you're putting in your body as well as in your eyes and your ears. You know,
now that doesn't exclude me from having cheat days. Now I do have my cheat days. It's
Oh
important
yeah.
I get my ice cream or my Funyun. You know what I'm saying? Those are my two favorite things in life. I did away with my Reese's. That was my number one thing in my life. So, you know, that's important. Plus, when I'm sitting in front of the mic, man, I gotta be true to what I'm doing. Change tomorrow today. You feel me?
yeah, yeah, yeah. And see, one of the things I really recognize, ladies and gentlemen, for all you parents out there, you want to record. Um, Notia is a great example in this. It's not always comfortable, but when you got kids and you want to record a thought, and kids are jumping around, and it just like it to me, it calluses and trains you so that you're not so easily distracted. I look at the positive part of all that, So there
No
are.
doubt.
You're lucky, bro. Because me and my wife were already talking about like, man, once it gets to the point, we're gonna put them in martial arts because they're everywhere. They're creative. They just want to be creative little kids and just come up whatever they can. And they need martial arts. They need that discipline. Like Cyber said yesterday, man. If they don't have it, they might be in a fear mongering mindset. So I think what I have planned for them is going to be interesting.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, to each their own. And hey, I could see them. Are they? So they're going to be wear the, the show enough? Are they going to wear some Converse? Are going to be
They're gonna wear my merch. They're gonna wear my merch
Okay.
for their brand. Um, and then wherever we go, because like I already told my wife that with the oh shit t-shirts, once we start getting them in the mix, every time someone buys an oh shit t-shirt, we're gonna start finding ways to plant some trees. So
Man, I
that's
can't wait to get it.
I'm gonna hook you up, bro. I got you. I got
I
you.
know, I know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying though.
I'm just trying to put all my ducats in the row because I just don't want to
He's
be
like,
that
don't
guy.
leave me out, man. Don't leave me out.
I can see a oh shit gi, custom gi for your kids. That'll be dope, right?
He dope, bro. Oh god, yeah. Yeah, I've worked on a lot of shit, man, and I think we all have. That's kind of where it started. It started with podcasting, right? Like, we wouldn't be
Exactly.
talking about any of this without knowing where we started. And yeah, I started, and I didn't find Anchor through Gary Vee though. I heard you guys talking about that. I didn't find it through him. I stumbled on it randomly, which was weird.
Really?
I was looking for social audio apps, and that was the first thing that popped up was Anchor. I was like, yo, you and your computer making love, Jay?
No, he's tagging me and it's my PC.
Oh, your PC's over there getting the OGs.
It's giving a ring in his ear, like, hey, hey, pay attention to me. It's a notification, friend. Check it out. I got you. I
Check
got you.
it out.
Okay.
Personal
No,
shout out, And yeah, and that's the other thing is like, uh, there's many times where we've talked about social media, the powers, the goods and the bads. But the good part is that it gives us access. I am in gratitude. I'm gratitude for all the platforms that I am on that I can distribute my message and develop my content. And that's, like I said, like right now, I give a lot of thanks to Haps. I give a lot of thanks to Stereo, Twitter. I don't let their powers be control my message. So I keep persisting. So that's the other thing I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to go forward in your speaking ability, you got to figure out, are you worried about the world, or are you going to worry about what's in your lane, what's in your possession? And we kind of talked about that yesterday in Blank Canvas on fear. Taking what something you can actually really enjoy and love and make it something better where people can connect, people can start understanding, and stop just responding to every fucking news headline out there that's taking you out of your place, you know um and what does that do, and how does it affect of what we, so ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't had a chance, go back and listen to on stereo if you can, or go to YouTube. I had to do a part two. There was some technical difficulties, but we had a great almost 2 hour show, and we talked about these things. But the positive part is the distribution now, and increasing the brand as well as the content, making something really great, that you can be proud of. And it doesn't matter. You can pick a niche or not for right now. You can end up developing one. You can do one where, say, like if you want to talk about underwater basket weaving, go right ahead, buddy. Be the first one. If you want to talk about knitting, go right ahead. Feel free. If you want to talk about photography, there is a niche for anyone, and it's fair to almost anyone out there. So there is room. People will say, well, it's oversaturated. Podcasting is just overdone. But you know what? Those who doubt don't do. And those who persist make an actual effort and impact. And this is a long game thing. That's one thing. Um, Here's one thing that I can definitely tell you in a year in review. It doesn't require you to get on for 16 to 17 hours a day. It really doesn't. You can do 1 hour a week, half hour, maybe in 20 minutes a day. It's up to you and what you see fit, but you got to go through the trials and tribulations, and you're going to find people that are going to work with you for a season or a reason, and that's life, you know.
the
So
reason. But yeah, on the
Yeah,
close.
yeah, yeah. But I mean, no show. I mean, like I said, you've been a great ad as well as so many other people. And then cyber shots, like we all have learned from many different people. And I call it a tribe of mentors. You definitely come across some people that you'll never actually record with, but some people have a good way of speaking, or they have a good stage presence, or camera presence, so to speak, like I am. People want to see like what are you really like, your voice. And then some people like, hey, don't show me. Don't show me. I'm
Right.
most wanted. Can't do it, you know. And
Oh,
that's when
Cybershots, your voice is sounding a lot clearer, bro.
Yeah, like I said, as you can see, I'm standing up. I'm redoing the studio and all that. Threw away my desk and my excuse me, and my chair and my
nice.
green screen.
So is this one of those stands you're taking?
Literally.
Facts.
But check this out though, man. I actually met a helicopter pilot, right? The one that does the news on my route. And he had
Uh-oh.
his jumpsuit on, right? He was coming to get the garbage, right? Taking it back. I'm like, yo, Chopper One, what's up, Evil Knievel? You know, I was trolling him and stuff. And he comes up to me, no microphone and nothing. He was like, hi, hello, how are you doing? I'm like, oh shit, man. So I told him about my podcast, right? He was like, hey, always practice your voice.
Yeah.
Always. And I was like, do you talk like that all the time? He's like, yeah. My wife and kids hate me because I always talk like that. But yeah,
You know
man,
what
that
I
was
did?
cool, man.
I did that too. You know what? I started trying to mimic newscasters to see like where could I take my voice with. Like I'd be like, and breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, live from Atlanta, we've got Mr. No Show. No Show, what is the shit going on over there? Can you tell, ladies and gentlemen, the kind of stuff that's happening with the hurricane? Is it really blowing over the shed or is it really just shaking your windows? Let us know. Over to you. And
Oh
just like
well, I don't know, Dan. I'm pretty high as shit over here, but I just know it's pretty squirtish. I don't know. I keep getting squirted on from some sky above. Something keeps squirting on me. But back to you.
yeah.
Jason Cosell.
Yeah, yeah. So I started thinking about. Matter of fact, Howard Cosell. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we've got an epic battle here
Oh,
on ABC Studios. We've got live Muhammad Ali and George Foreman, the Thriller from Manila. How can over to you, gentlemen? What is really going to go down with this fight? You know, and I'd be like, Jenna, I'm like, okay, what can
yeah.
I do with my voice? You know,
But you
so
know what? Not to cut you off, Jason. You know what? One thing, like I'm not really into sports anymore because it's all politics and watered down. You know what I'm saying? You know,
mhm,
but I do listen. I don't watch the game, but I listen to the commentators.
They're
You know what I'm
right,
interesting.
saying? It's a whole nother level, man. I'm like, damn, this dude is, you know what I'm saying? His voice is not cracking, his levels are clean, and he's not showing any emotion. He's just constantly on the game.
right, right,
I
right.
think it's important that you said that because when I looked into audio work, first thing that I found out there was a lot of people took 100,000 plus hours before they verified how well their voice is and they identify with their voice. And then you start hearing like radio broadcasters, like you said, sports broadcasters, even just narrators for a movie, right? How they narrate the whole entire movie. Even Discovery Channel, when they have those, as we see here, there's a
Oh,
light.
no doubt.
You know what I'm saying? Like
No
those
doubt. PBS,
Oh,
baby.
what about the crocodile, honey? Oh, she's a crazy one. We're going to go over there. Look at that, Sheila.
he was more about visuals and sight, I mean, than audio. You know what I'm saying? Watching him was more. You could turn him mute
Right.
and be like, "Yo, he's gonna catch it, cool." But when you listen, like, really pay attention to how they enunciate the words and their
Mm.
energy into the word usage that they have. It's by far one of the reasons why I actually wanted to get into it, and I'm still listening. Like, I don't listen to him as much because I'm in that zone, but yeah, I would like to listen to more and more of those broadcasters just because of their voice. Good shit, Cyber.
And do you guys, I mean, not just observing the broadcasters, but like me, I took some courses on how to speak publicly. I took some courses from UDMY. That's how I've been learning some of the tech for the video. You know, like as people are seeing me now, they're seeing me from a slightly view from my shoulders up. But when you speak, here's a one recommendation: find a chair that makes your posture go up. And then when you speak, this is what I learned from some of these speaking classes: learn how to breathe as you talk. So it's focusing your, so to speak, your diaphragm, the center plex of you, and pushing your sound out into the airways. And that way you can actually feel the confidence in your voice, because if the minute that I crunch down is the minute that my particular voice starts lowering down or pitching up. And that's the thing, is when you're on these, so to speak, if you're looking right now, you see on these microphones and I'm speaking away, they're only going to pick up sound. So you got to know how exactly, one, to position your mic, two, position your body, three, put in your mind exactly kind of like what you want to brief on, really like making yourself comfortable with what you're saying and not just being impulsive. So these are tips and tricks that I could tell any podcaster, any speaker. Learn to position your body, your mind, and also think about the audience. People are going to listen to you, and they're going to, now they can see us. They can, before we were just audio, but now they can see us of how we're actually, who the kind of people we are, who they can resonate with. And these are very, very important things. But hey, just a brief moment. I've got Divine Idea, our loyal listener. Hey, Divine, what's
Divine.
going on, sweetie? What do you got?
Hey, sugar. Hi, you guys. How y'all doing? I'm here. I'm supporting. I'm here. And I'm loving my Sunday brunch. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
Thank you so much, Divine Idea. Divine Idea is a great personality live on stereo. Make sure that you check her profile out. If you don't have the stereo app, you can download it for free. Find Divine Idea and all the speakers on the panel currently. So Divine Idea is definitely a spiritual soul, a good lady. She's got a good heart. As a matter of fact, I went on her show yesterday just to talk a little bit, and she was referencing a lot of the stuff that we talked about yesterday. It inspired her. She even said it herself. It inspired her to make content and to let go of certain things. And I was a part of that. Letting her tell me what was going on. So what you can do and how you can make an impact, whether small, whether one person or a billion people. Take the opportunity to make it a great thing, and that's something, and we're storytellers at the end of the day. Are you telling a story and performing a story where people, because let's face it, people are bored. A lot of times they're bored. I mean, gentlemen, do you watch TV at all? That's my first one of my,
YouTube's too long.
Oh, only if I'm forced to. I hate it.
only if you're forced to, right?
Come watch this movie with me. I'm like, I'm not trying to watch a bunch of white Egyptians in Egypt and a bunch of black Vikings in Norway. Are you kidding me? You're gonna watch this? But shout out to Divine. I heard your show yesterday, but I actually was in a chat with her a while back with Blunted Teddy. Hey, she knows her music too, man. Shout
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. Hey, guess what? Our good friend Aunt Capone
No
live on
way.
YouTube. What's up, Aunt
Bullshit.
Capone?
Nah,
What
you
up,
lying. You
bro?
playing.
No.
Where?
He's on, look on Haps right now. Look at the screen, the text screen on the bottom. He just added in Aunt Capone's YouTube.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
There
Yeah.
he is.
That's what I'm talking about.
There he is.
Hold
Bruh.
on, man. Well, he's on Haps. Hold on.
He's
Well, he's not on Haps, he's on
YouTube.
YouTube. He's viewing my production from into YouTube right now, and he is a subscriber. Shout out to Aunt Capone. He's also a good friend from the Anchor days, and he makes content himself. And you know what I'm saying? His famous, infamous statement. When he talks. So he also made the comment, he's like, "Gentlemen, hey, what's going on?" So shout out to Aunt Capone from the Anchor days. May you have blessings and success, especially to you and your family, my friend. Good to see you. So, but going forward, guys, that like a year in review on stereo, it's been a journey. It's definitely been a challenge, and with those challenges, do you feel like you're in a better place now, speaking as of today and looking back a year in review? I mean, do you feel like you're in a better performance of yourself on the airways?
Better? Yeah. The crickets is in, bro.
Crickets in the building.
Yeah, I gotcha. That's what part of
I mean, that's
is.
that's a weighted question, because I mean, if you're one of those people who are always learning through any adversary, right?
Mhm.
It's guaranteed that you're building up. You're building the blocks. You're not doing crate challenges. You're building your own your business up. So yeah, I mean, of course, I fully concur.
Yeah. And what about you, Cyber? Have you, I mean, a year in review since a year ago, you've grown, man. I see you on iHeartRadio. When I heard he was on iHeart, I was like, how'd you get on there, man? Oh, man, you just got to sign up. Da, 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 da. And I'm like, oh, hmm?
I know,
Uh-huh.
right? I told you like that, like you and No Show. I told you guys that like 5 times. And shout out to Aunt Capone. He actually gave me the plug for how to
Right.
Yeah,
get on there. And
I remember he first do it too. Yeah.
yeah, and as far as growing on stereo, I don't know if it was some type of shadow ban or whatever.
Hmm.
Like I only have 100 and some odd shows on there, but I support a lot of people. I do a lot of listening, you know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
it's taught me more patience, you know what I'm saying? And some of the people that I listen to, they're like, "Hey man, what's up? What's going on? Yeah, blah blah blah, whoopie whoop, my mom." Um, are you gonna listen to my podcast or are you just gonna hit me up with this
Are you
bullshit?
just blowing
But
smoke
anyway,
in my ass?
yeah. But
You
it
know?
is what it is. No worries.
Well, that's the thing is a lot, and that's one something else, ladies and gentlemen, that I can definitely say and add to that is there are a lot of people that will fluff you, who will say, "Oh yeah, I'm going to be down for your show," and yet they're making stuff themselves, but they never drop by. And not to give out anyone's names, but there's been some female personalities that we came from Anchor that are like, "Oh, just go to my show." They tag me in every single thing, and I'm like, "Oh, I go over to your stuff, and I don't resonate with you." It's okay. I'm glad you make what you do. Shout out to you for doing the things that you do. But at the same time, it may not be the most relevant. It may not be the thing for the times that what I need and what I want to hear to, because there's things I don't identify. And then let's like when they say, when you look at your numbers, I remember an Anchor, I'd be like, I went from high numbers to like I had two, one listener. And sometimes that could be discouraging, so to speak. That could be like take you to a place where I don't really feel comfortable with this. Should I keep going? No one cares. But it's when you find that resolve inside yourself. No, I'm going to do this regardless of how many followers. I'm going to make this my bitch basically. Straight up. This thing is not going to master me. It's not going to master my emotions. I'm going to master it and I'm going to get better and eventually people will come. And so I think that's something that I've learned from both of you is like don't focus on the amount of listeners, focus on the content, really focus on the brand. And
But
that and
remember
that's
when I started off with Spoon, I told you how I always started off with like nobody in my room. It was very disheartening and discouraging, and I didn't trust my show. I was like, "What the hell am I doing?" You know, first time I went live, I was just playing movies in the background, and I was like, "Hey, what's up?" You know what I'm saying? I was dry as hell, man. And then when I looked into everybody else's shows, like, what are they doing that gets them the people in the room? It's like, okay, that works. Do I like working in that fashion? Probably not. So let me see what else I can find. So I did my own studying and narrowed it down to what I would be best with. And I found out for that particular app what was a good niche. And from there on, it went from 0 people to the room to 17, 30, to close to 50 sometimes. And now it's like, if I were to go back on there, because I haven't been on there for how long? You know what I'm saying? The people that used to resonate with us aren't there. But what does that mean? Like we talked about the other day, that means we can still have people coming into our shows that are getting to know us. So whether you feeling discouraged or not, the fact that you're willing to do what you want to do, there's always a silver lining in knowing that just because you don't get somebody in there today doesn't mean you won't get somebody in tomorrow.
right.
It's networking, man.
Right. Yeah. And just as a quick shout out to Aunt Capone, he says, that's why I'm retiring from making content. And he's working two jobs, going to another direction. And he also said, being a consumer, it's, there's a season for where you have to take a break along for a while and you just got to take care of family. You just got to take care of business. That's just the way it goes, you know.
No doubt.
And then there's a time where life kind of gets you to focus on making that content to further. So there is seasons where you do need to take a break, And I remember when No Show and I first started, he broke his hand. He broke his hand. So he was like, okay, we can do, yo, Jay, we can do 3 shows a week, 1 to 2 hours. and that was great. But then, soon as his hand got out of that cast, there were some life events that changed, and he had to go back to work. He had to go do things, and also there were some interruptions in service, but that didn't stop him from making his content, and it didn't stop him from what I recognize as like taking the next leap forward. And because the way that stereo was designed at the time, it was only two content creators at any given time. So I felt like I was like, oh, shit, we got to push through. We got to get through this. Fuck all this. If this is what this app is doing to us, then no, we're going to go somewhere else. We're going to keep pushing forward. I was so headstrong. I was like, we're on a wavelength. But then I realized something very, very important, why I personally got into this. And Curtis was like, he was bold enough to say, you know what, Jay, don't forget to focus on your brand. Don't forget to focus on your solo stuff. Don't get lost in that app. Don't do this and that. And I was like, yeah, that's great. And so it was kind of like a long pause, but that's when I started Rise and Grind. And that's when I started understanding, have guest hosts. That way, no one's overly committed, and when they don't feel like they can commit for that time. That's fine. Or if they want to move on to something, encourage them and wish them well, And so that's the beautiful part about all this, is that you can take it in doses and seasons. So,
I mean, the most powerful moment that we had was on Anchor, bro. Honestly, because there was so much chemistry with everybody. Like, it wasn't a battle between who had top, who deserved this, that, and another. You know what I'm saying? It was always, we were working together. We were sharing each other's shows. We were sharing each other's bumpers. And I believe Ant Capone was the main dude that was always in the top spot. Him and
hell yeah, number one.
He was in the top. He's all, I'm gonna roll this bitch. I hang you.
Who's that one lady that was always?
Remember the Golden Girls jingle? Just being a friend, whatever.
Yeah, that was a classic.
Nailed it. Nailed it. Yeah, I can't forget that one. That's iconic. I mean, I would love to hear that again. And when you want to come and be a guest on stereo or here on Haps, man, you'd be more than happy to have you here, recording live with us. So that's the thing is like when you hear things and you want to work with somebody, you want to listen because they're fun, right?
No, they're miserable.
Oh, okay.
I can't stand working with people who are fun. They need to be angry. That's the best content to ever create, bro. Having angry somebody versus a positive somebody, you balance each other out. You know what I'm saying? I'm just bullshitting.
Yeah, I remember when I
shit. Oh my God.
first came out. I was militant. I was on some real militant stuff, and you both know the professor. You're like, yo, man, you got a podcast?
I think the professor's the shit.
He's like, what's wrong with you, man? Man, why you so angry, man? You trying to start a race war? What's up, man? Wait, come on, man. Come on over and relax, man. Come on. Come check out the professor.
Funny. Isn't that those words you said, race war? So who you competing against? What race are you trying to win?
No, it wasn't. That was the professor being sarcastic.
I know. That's why I'm adding sarcasm to the words we say.
Simo sarcasm here.
Freaking scary.
But he was like, man, look, I've known you for like 11 years, man. That you need to enjoy this. I see you enjoy doing this. So relax and have more fun while you're doing it, basically.
And then didn't the professor come on stereo? I mean, the professor got on here, you and him.
Yeah. He doesn't. I'm trying to get him, so we can stream like this. I try to get him to get StreamYard. He's like, nah. He wants me in there so he can really mess with me physically and mentally. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm some type of test specimen or some shit.
What,
I'm like, dude, just download the app.
Does he want to put the gorilla grip on you and just throw you around like a rag doll? Or
man, pretty much. You know how he does, man.
And he cracks me up. I mean, like professor, he's an attorney. I think he does real estate and he does other laws.
Yeah.
And I admire him. I mean, I know the last time we got on the mic, me and him, it was like, it was about just me and him talking, and fuck, Cybershots was like, what? I'm gonna sit back and sign saying shit right now.
We had plenty to drink, my friend. I enjoyed that show.
Yeah. Good times. So we got 4 messages from Divine Idea. Let's hear up. All right, Divine Idea, what do you got to say?
You know what I can say, and I really mean this. The conversation that you guys had yesterday was so inspiring. I've been working on my consistency and my letting go and actually doing what it is that I set out to do on a daily basis. And after listening to you guys' show yesterday, I was so encouraged. I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and do it, because I had actually made up my mind. Oh, well, I missed my time. I'm too late. I'm just not going to do it today. I'll do it again next week. And I just heard your content yesterday, and it was inspiring. So yes, I do want to tell everybody, make sure you guys are tuning in, because I promise you, you are not gonna be sorry.
Can't forget that lady. She's a wonderful human being. Thank you, Divine.
Silky.
What I do want to tell you is that you cannot hear the other gentlemen that are on the show with you. So maybe you want to fix that, because you just go silent for a long time
Oh,
and
that's
then
what I
you
was
start
afraid
talking.
of.
So we can't hear them. So turn on the mic or turn on the something. Something, brother. Fix
Bro,
it.
you don't have us connected, bro.
Jude, it's something, the connection between stereo and Haps, or whatever. So hold on just for a brief second. I'm going to turn it. I'm going to relaunch the whole Roadcaster. Maybe the
Are we gonna do the podcast?
72, the architect
In
in the building.
I heard that though, Cyber.
Just checking. I'm waiting for another gunship intro. I tried to do it again, but it was so cold from no show. I'm like, man, I can't do it, man.
Yo, it's not. I mean, what are you trying to do? Like the whole intro, like this is the cyber shop, cop the gunship.
Like the one you did me. Are we back, Jay?
He discontinued stereo. It looks like he said
Oh, okay.
he's having trouble trying to connect it. I think it's his. We don't hear you on Haps. Again, you invited me to join again. Did you close the Haps down, bro?
TV.
Are we're still in there, right?
Yeah, we are. But he sent me an email.
Okay, say 1 minute.
You've been invited to join SNB on Haps.tv for Sunday Brunch Episode 2, a year in review on stereo and whores.
Oh shit. But no, man, I actually checked on Al Capone. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. Called him up, see what he was up to. But good to see from you. Good to see you on here.
test. Oh, there, I'm back. All right, now I'm back in.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Let's see. Yeah, it was weird what was going on. I relaunched the whole Roadcaster just to see if that was going to help out. So for the stereo side, I'm going to play 2 messages from Divine Idea. If you want to continue to hear the talk, go over to haps.tv, download the app or whatever, either on your phone or your desktop, and just tune back in, and you'll be able to continue hearing this conversation. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I would love for you to hear what these guys are saying. So thank you so much for being. I know there's been some long pauses, but for whatever reason, the guys couldn't be heard. But hey, Divine Idea, here you go.
It's so funny because it's like, oh, poor Jason, he's lost his mind. He's talking to himself. It's like the voices in my head are talking. We can't hear any of them.
The funny part is they can hear you. No show and cyber, they can hear you. So
Oh
definitely,
yeah.
it's too funny. All right, one more.
It's going to be so funny when you listen back to this show. You're going to just bust into laughter because if you hadn't been to your show yesterday, you wouldn't really know that there's anybody else talking. So it just seems like, oh, poor guy. He's just having a conversation by himself. Oh.
The voices in my head. The voices in my head. What? Huh?
Poor guy. Poor guy. He's talking to himself.
Yeah, it's been fun. All right, stereo listeners. So I'm going to be ending the show here on stereo right now, and I'm going to be switching primarily over right now to continue. If you want to check me out on YouTube, find 72 The Architect. If you want to find me on Twitch and see what's going live, you can also go into your Twitch, find me 72 The Architect. If you just want to do, I'll make it all easy. Subscribe and go over to haps.tv. You will be able to hear that content exclusively and see all of our faces, our reactions, all that good stuff. So stereo does work with it's the text. Sometimes it works well, and sometimes like today it just kind of patched out, and it's like, hey, it is, but it worked great yesterday. Once we finally got going. So, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are going to listen to this in a replay, forgive me for the pauses and like I'm just like listening to my good friends talk. So, if you want to go over to there and see continued content and exclusive content, make sure you stop over there.
You can't hear me. He's going to be talking to himself. You
Hey, Mike. You can't hear us, Mike. We can hear you, but you can't hear
All
us.
right, live off the air of
You can keep on knocking,
stereo.
but you can't come in.
Okay. Thanks, guys. Thanks, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you how a pro does it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go live on stereo for you and you and you and you and all of you.
And when it don't work for your ass, and what's gonna happen then? When our voices don't come through,
it will come through because I am a genius.
Okay, show enough.
Can you hear me in the mix?
Yeah.
The architect in
the
the building.
Yeah.
Architect.
Is that Flavor Flav?
That's me, man.
Flavor Flav.
Yeah. I was listening to Flavor, man. I was like, yo, that shit's still hard. Then I went home. I was like, let me get that Flavor. Let me get that. You don't use it no more. Have you seen this podcast?
Flavor Flav has a podcast?
Dude.
Well, why not? He's kind of like, I mean, he's one of the legends, I guess, of
No show.
rap and hip hop.
If you-
But he, what was it? Flavor of Love. He was doing that show, trying to
Listen,
find.
That's
you
all
know.
in the past. He has
Yeah.
reinvented himself. He doesn't drink anymore. And his set, he had Mike Tyson on there for his first guest.
Mm.
So, and everyone that comes into a studio was like, this is nice. This is really nice. No smoking weed in there. None of that shit. This is a podcast. But his set is beautiful, man.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if you got the money to do that, then more power to you. I mean, I can't wait to get my lights in. I mean, even though I have right now, it looks like I have great light. You know, I did with what I can. I just took a desk light, and then there's like this backlight behind me, and it just kind of adds a little bit of background light. So I'm learning about lighting and staging, which I guess that's where the theater junkies are, and they talk all about it. But hey, it's very important now. I'm going to have eventually a green screen or a black background to add texture and whatever. That's just like getting picky, but
No, that's evolving, man.
yeah, stepping up the game, man. Like,
Yeah.
like my lady was telling me, she's like, babe, I believe in you. And like, I see you now. I see the vision. We talked about it, and she's just like, I'm on board with you. And it's like, when I first started out, I was like, is he for real right now? Or is he just getting into something new hobby and then he's going to quit it later?
Right.
And I was like, no, I'm not going to quit. I'm going to burn your ears out from all the damn talking I do to you, or I'm going to take it where I can focus it where many other people can hear. and do what I do and enjoy it and not worry about like, damn, am I boring the shit out of you?
No
All right,
doubt.
I'm
No
back
doubt.
out. My bad.
Yep, it is your bad man. You're
It's
so
your bad
evil.
no show.
I
Yo,
know.
real talk. You guys are working because I'm a fucking genius.
Are we in there?
Oh,
Y'all
really?
in there like swimwear in the wintertime. It's cold as
Oh,
hell.
damn.
Y'all with
Only in Florida, baby. 92 degrees and palm trees in December.
swimwear in the wintertime. It's cold as hell. Y'all with it.
Damn.
Is that right?
Florida, baby. Hell yeah. 92 degrees and palm trees in December.
Yeah, see, now it's working. See, yesterday I didn't change any of my setup. Is that right?
Florida, baby. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I didn't change any of my setup
It's
yesterday. So when I hooked it up, that was the other thing is I almost forgot to hook up the, what is it? This tiny cable that goes to the iPhone or whatever, your cell phone, to the
The
Rodecaster.
TRRS cord. I mean the RR.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot to connect that. And
Oh,
I was
dude.
just like, oh shit. I couldn't hear my intro. I was like, why is my intro and I'm not seeing my lips? See, that tells me if my lips are moving on stereo, I know you guys are, and if you guys are talking and the lips are moving, I'm like, okay, the signal's going through. So it has
Right.
its goods and bads moments. And I was like, but
No,
here
man,
comes
you can
Mr. No
talk.
Show.
You
Mr.
can
No
talk.
Show, he's all connected. Like, hey, look, I got this.
I
got it
got
all
this
connected.
shit, dude. Leave it to me.
I feel so incomplete. I'm sorry, guys. I know I have my tech running.
Look, I'm so tech savvy. We had a baby and it's a roadcaster. Fuck with me.
Well, this piece of machinery has pissed me off at times. I'm like, oh,
Hey man, it's not pissing you off. It's a relationship. It
Exactly.
takes time to woo and keep it on her shoes. You feel me?
mm-hmm.
You know what my
Yeah.
Rodecaster Pro says to me all the time?
What's up?
Mic check. No, not that. My bad. I'm stupid.
Oh, it does it say mic check? check 1, check 2.
Yes, sir.
Where's the cybercopter gunship? That's what I'm curious about. What happened to all that?
It's getting serviced. You know what I'm saying? So
did
like,
it get stuck in Afghanistan? Did it get shot down or something? I mean,
no, I had my
was it
cloaking
hovering
device
over
on.
the?
I had the cloaking device on, but had to get rid of the crew. So I guess it's just no show, Jason and I on the gunship.
Damn, you had to get rid of everybody or just kick them out?
It happens, man.
Yeah, man.
Uh-oh. He's gonna go handle it. He's gonna handle his business.
Nah, so like I said, tech has changed and it's continuing to change. So it's like when I have an opportunity to really look into what I want to get,
Mm-hmm.
I just want a tower right now. Once I get my full on computer built tower, and I can use my old TV as my monitor. It's a wrap, bro. There's gonna be no holds bar, straight to the chin, kind of like Holyfield. Like, did anybody watch that fight last night?
I don't even. Did he win?
I don't know, bro. Like,
Hold on. Let's look this up. Let's see. Holly
interesting.
Field versus Belfort. What was the outcome?
You probably just go to YouTube and watch the whole fight.
Who won? Yeah. Two legends of combat sports squared off on Saturday night with Victor Belfort finishing Evander Holyfield first round TKO after the bout. You got to knock the fuck out.
So he came back. I bet he got paid for that
Wow.
knockout, for real. Like that knockout.
And he
was,
wants to and he wants to do one of those promo shows and fighting Mike Tyson.
Yeah, Mike Tyson. I don't know. He's been losing weight, gaining weight, losing weight. Like the most recent interview that I saw him with, I think I sent it to you on Instagram. Maybe not, but he looked like he put back weight on. So him fighting Evander Holyfield now would be interesting.
Yeah, it'd be like what's his face that Tyson fought a couple months ago, Roy Jones Jr. He was just way out of shape. He just got off the couch probably 4 weeks before the fight and thought he could just but even for a guy that just got off the couch, he looked like he could still
held his
somewhat
own.
move. He just looked slow as shit. And I was like, Where's the thug Roy Jones Jr.? Where's the guy that we want to hear from and see? I mean, but because he just made Mike Tyson look really good, and Mike Tyson looked like he was just. I mean, yeah, of course, age set in, but he looked like he still had the same moves, but a little bit more fluid in the neck. So it is what it is. But they've got other fights, some of those classic fights, like you got who was it? Tito Ortiz versus Anderson Silva. And I'm like, Anderson Silva just kind of retired from MMA recently, right? Let me see.
Yeah.
Go. Yeah, versus Anderson Silva.
I think he knew it was time for him to go though.
46 years. They're both 46 years old. Oh, Anderson Silva knocks out Tito Ortiz cold. 81 seconds. What? Let's see what ESPN has to say about this.
Yeah, that's one of the things, man. Like I don't really even keep up with that shit anymore. I used to. It used to be so easy for me to just pull up who was going to fight who, what weekend, what summertime fight, prime time, showtime, find out what homeboys is going to host the show, then show up. And that's it. Like now it's like a big remembering fight from the past. Like even with the old school hip hop artists, what was it, the little Bow Wow versus Soldier Boy shit?
What
You
kind of
had
shit is that? That's not even a contest. That's like that's a mercy killing right there. That's like
what it is I'm relevant still and I'm trying to get a paycheck.
kind of like the old action hero, like trying to bring back Bruce Willis or Nicolas Cage to the mainstream motion pictures, and it just ain't working. Like Bruce Willis is just like he's just a straight to video guy actor now, and Nicolas Cage, same to him. Except
Not really. Nicolas Cage is still doing his thing, bro. Like
is he in the theaters?
Yeah.
Where? Because I ain't seen any of his movies. What's
Last
the
movie
last
he did was the biggest one he did was with Croods, right? The Croods Part 2 movie. And then he's been in the Pig movie.
Well, that's animated. I'm talking about him being in front of the camera.
I mean, either way, he's still getting jobs, bro. Like
he's bankable as like, hey, this is an actor. Like, yeah, yep, I can't move as fast.
Just like Samuel L. Jackson, right? As old as his ass is, he's still getting paid.
I love watching Samuel L. Jackson. I think the only reason why people really do and dig him is like because of the way that he says "motherfucker."
It's his voice. No. It's his voice. Like how we were talking earlier. We like certain voices. When Samuel L. Jackson speaks, you can tell who he is. And off rip, you're interested because like he has a certain voice that people resonate with. So yeah.
Same with what is it, Morgan Freeman? Well,
Morgan Freeman's he's a whole different kind of breed too, man.
I liked him in what was that? Lean on Me.
Yeah, he's a whole different kind of breed too, man.
That movie when he played, I forget the high school principal at was it East Side or Barry East? I can't remember the name of the high school, but it was like Lean on Me is like, oh, you're gonna get out of here. And he was just like, he's just one of those dudes, just like, hey, I'm locking the doors, I'm chaining them up, try to get in, and he did what he had to do. Didn't it take place like in Washington, D.C. or something like that?
I've never seen that movie. I'm not sure.
You never saw it?
No.
Well, it to me, it was an entertaining movie.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
Let's see.
That's back when I was watching movies.
That's when you
1989.
In the 1900s. Way back in the 1900s.
Yeah. Like why did you stop, bro? Why stop watching movies altogether?
I mean, I'll watch one every now and then, but I see so much into it, you know what I'm saying? I'm like overthinking, but shit is really happening. I'm like, yo, this dude just sacrificed himself in front of you motherfuckers. You don't even see that shit. This motherfucker is doing a ritual and casting spells on your ass. Y'all don't see that shit. So y'all gonna keep watching this shit, huh?
Yeah, people love that shit. It's so let's say so last night my wife was like, let's watch a movie. And I was over here on the computer editing. And it's like, nah, baby, I'm about to edit. It's like, you never want to spend time with me. I know she don't sound like that, but I'm just saying, it sounds good in my head. But when she hit me up with that, I'm like, all right, fine, let's sit here and watch this movie. So we watched some movie called Kate on Netflix. I was like, man, this is some bullshit. It's the same shit that I've seen in different movies with different characters, same premise, same plot. Oh, guess what? I guarantee you, it's his boss. It's her boss that's causing all this shit happening. She's like, "What do you mean foreshadowing? I already see the plot. I already understand it." It's like, "What are you talking about? When a movie is predictable, it's boring." She's like, "This is
Right.
not predictable. I don't know what's happening." Babe, trust me. Soon you're gonna find out the person that raised this girl is the person that did this. And that. It's too easy now. So now when I see a movie, I'm like, ah, fuck it, whatever. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I was just looking at the facts about Joe Clark, the main character in Lean on Me. He just died in 2020. I'm like, damn.
Hmm.
But he was a East Side High principal in New Jersey. Like, fuck. And this dude looked like he's tough. And it has him on the cover of Time, like with a baseball bat. I'm like, yeah, that's the kind of principal you want to
That's
see now.
that's gangster. You on
You
time
can't
with a
see that
baseball
shit
bat?
now because, like, here, we need to call little Johnny's mom. Make sure we send her a text message and so she can come down. We're not going to kick him out of school. We're not going to suspend him, but we need to have a talk with mom and dad. And mom's like, get the fuck out of here. I'm still at work. I ain't going to come down. Like, just send his ass home or put him in a room. Don't wait till I get there. Shit. So
Put him in a
the,
room.
You know what, man? Honestly, looking into it, I don't really encourage watching movies, but I love movies to an extent. It's storytelling, right? So I try to find those gemstone movies that actually have stories to it. So check this out, right? It's kind of creepy, but this happened to us last night. We just found out. My daughter told us. So somebody was on Roblox. She was playing her Roblox for like an hour, and my son, my not my son, my oldest son, said that somebody is asking to take her on a date. I said,
ooh,
what?
what the hell?
Exactly. Me and my wife paused, like heavily paused, like, wait a minute, what is this happening right now? Let me see that tablet. So we looked at it, and I asked my son, I was like, do you hear her talking to people on this app? And he says, no, what she does is she reads, or you know how you tap on your phone for a microphone and you speak and then it pops up for a search engine, whatever.
Right.
That's what she's doing on the Roblox game. So she's talking, and somebody sent her a message asking if they want to go on a date. I said, nah, we're gonna end that shit right here because that's too creepy. In her mind, she's thinking, oh, why? I want to play it. She's putting up that defensive, like, I think it's still okay. There's nothing wrong with it because I could see it in her face. But when I'm talking to her, I'm like, hey, um, how do I address this to you without you understanding, it's not against the game, it's against the people who are playing the game. How can I
Right.
address her? And I'm still trying to figure it out because it scared me to even see that even come close to my kid. I mean, this was big on Spoon, you know what I'm saying, with all the kids that are on there and weirdos trying to make an approach on them. So now that I feel like my daughter's being in this atmosphere, I gotta figure out something because it's uncomforting. You know what I'm saying? And then as much as she's into playing games or movies, I get it. So now we have to figure out how to keep my kids safe from situations like that. So it's a whole different world now, man. Movies, games, music, whatever you want to try to get into. It's a whole ass new spectrum.
No
Yeah,
doubt.
and you really got to keep an eye on them because, like, even like last night, my kid's playing Roblox and she's 13, and I caught her. I was like, "Who the fuck are you talking to?" Like, straight up, who are you talking to? And she was just like the biggest, like a deer in headlights. Like, I got caught. I'm like, talking to some boys. 11 o'clock, 11:30 at night. You're on Roblox. Let me see your screen. And sure as shit, there was some boys. I don't know how old they are. I'm all, do you know these people that you go to school with them? No. Then do you realize what's going on here? And so
Oh,
I took away the computer. I was like, no, you're not going to do it. You're going to bed. Sorry. And then because the new MacBooks, they're like a fingerprint access.
mhm.
So once I took it away, she hit some button, and I have a MacBook also, and it went to lock screen, so I couldn't see it. So I'm gonna have a talk with mom and say if we don't have access to this shit, she don't need it. $1,000
Yeah.
piece of machinery, and we don't have access to whatever social media. that she's on, or even a game for that matter, then she doesn't need to have it.
Mm.
And that's a
Right.
reality that you can't ignore that shit, because it's the things that when you're looking away, and no matter how much you want to achieve, you're personally as a parent, you got to keep an eye on, because these portals, they're treacherous. They can be fun. It's like
Yo, we got 2 messages. You want to play them? And Jay, your voice just went down, bro. Cyber, do you hear it?
really.
Yeah, he went kind of low a little bit, kind of low.
Oh, I don't know what to tell you, man.
Is your mic volume down or?
My mic is fine. You can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Check 1, check 2, check. That's the thing is like, okay, so on the Hap side, can you hear me good?
Yeah. It's kind of low compared to what you were earlier.
Hmm.
Are your levels at the same?
Yeah, the levels are the same. There's no difference.
Somebody's fucking up. Message. Oops. I just literally swiped out my screen and I lost them.
Oh, who's
Isn't
the
that
master of
weird?
tech now, huh? Who's
I'm
got it
still the
now, no
genius
show?
fucker. I'm still the genius.
Oh
Can you
my.
hear me? Little Bo Peep.
I didn't hear shit, man. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I just lost this dude's messages, man. Oh, damn.
You can recall them.
No, I can't.
How did you
Like I
delete?
tried to tap on the button to press them,
Okay.
and I guess it kind of just slid a little bit, and then all of a sudden now it's a brand new screen.
Oh shit.
No, okay, there's 3 little things. Like one says messages, like on the far right. You click on that gray area, and then it'll pull up any messages that were left that have already been played. I don't think you can
No,
delete them unless you
no,
blocked him.
I didn't block anybody, bro.
Are they still in the room?
I believe so.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
yeah. I mean that's his name. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I got you, bro. I got you. I really do. I got you, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's another one. How about this one? Can you get this one?
Yeah, I got you, bro. I got it. Did y'all hear him? Jay, could you
Yeah.
hear him?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's louder than you, man. Louder.
shit's fucked
Okay.
up, man.
Yeah, I know.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
No. We already got it figured out. You got to figure it out.
I don't know what to tell you. I mean, hey, I'm leading this shit on half, so I can hear you guys great. You guys are coming in great.
That's crazy, man.
It's the
Okay.
tech. It's the architect working out.
Let me change this topic right quick.
all right.
Oh, 'cause
So
it's
who
all
you got in the
loud.
building, though, show? And who we got in the building over here on Haps? I know is Aunt Capone still here?
He might be. He might be gone. This is the one thing that I'm curious. It says 14 live chats. You click on the icon. It says 8 others are viewing this, but it doesn't say where exactly. I would love to know more
Yeah.
about that. 1 other on YouTube on my side. So that might be Aunt Capone. It still shows 1 in there. No, actually, it shows 2. I don't know. I can't see who the other 2 are or who's viewing. Aunt Capone, are you still there? Aunt Capone, you still there? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Check 1, check 2.
Yo, why don't you unplug your mic interface and see if you can't get like some more audio coming back in? Because your shit is low, bro. Low,
Is it better
low,
now?
low.
Is it better now? Can you hear me
Sound
now?
the same.
I don't want to shut down the roadcaster, but I mean, if I have to, it may take a minute for me to get back. So let's see what happens. All right.
Man. First it was cyber with the audio. Now it's
Hey. That's how we get down, man. That's how we get down.
You know what, man? I think this whole entire technology phase is a learning curve. Like we're all getting hip into this new digital interfacing. New companies are being pushed in to using such apps as like what Haps does, Twitch. I mean, if Stereo were to keep the functionality of a stream key, I would think it pushes their platform out more, right? I think it gives everybody an opportunity to get used to seeing what they're capable of being. But since they don't, it's like,
You
what
know
do
what
we
the
make?
you know what the number one catch is about stereo?
What's that?
The avatar.
Yeah.
Like
You-
a
That
lot of
it?
a lot of people hide behind the avatar.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, the internet is a scary place. You know what I'm saying? But
People can hide who the fuck they are. They can lie
yeah,
about whoever they want to be. You can make up a personality.
right.
But how it helps me store is like those personalities that are on for 10, 12 hours a day. I'm like, you obviously aren't doing anything else. So there are people that do those marathon sessions and it just does no service.
Yeah, that's very interesting to me. Okay, I think it's dopamine, man.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I think they're supposed to have another some type of monetization coming out if you have over 500 listeners or something like that. But like you said, people that do 12 hours with no sponsorship, no CPMs, is dopamine, man. What else can it be?
Right. Right. You
Off
know?
of an avatar, bro. Just
Hmm.
that's all it
Look at it.
takes.
That's all it takes, man.
We're too simple. That isn't. I think that the use cases on stereo is what got me right. Being able to actually record and then download your shows, that in itself, that was pretty good for me.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. I mean, but if you look at the average use of an avatar, how often do you change your avatar? I change that shit every time I go on there. I'm like, I'm not even on this bitch like that.
You
Oh,
know what? The one I got now, I'm just keeping it as it is. Just my girl was she was like saying she's like, hey, this is it looks kind of like you, so keep it that way. I really strongly, and that's going to be how people always recognize you. Because I was changing it for a while every other day or something, and it didn't work for me.
Special occasions.
Yeah, but I do like the original look I had for Men in Black. Which when I do Men in Black, I thought about putting on the black suit, the black tie, the white shirt, or white shirt with the black suspenders, looking like kind of like the 1950s FBI investigator.
Going live doing that or
Yeah,
just
on here,
Larry King.
literally. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Larry King live.
yeah, you taking
But
this to the whole new level then, bro. Seriously.
yeah, he's got well now you see him and he's got these big broad ass shoulders, but the shoulder blades now are sunk in, like from the suspenders being so damn tight and pulling and he's kind of like this, like I don't know, I can't even do it with my shoulders, and he's just kind of sunk in.
Like
But
a
I'm like,
linebacker and shit.
Let's put it like this then, man. Because when we were on Anchor, we had what just logos of our faces or whatnot, so we saw who each and every one of us were.
Right.
Now that we get onto an app where there is no faces, but just links to wherever we go, how many times have you gone live or been in somebody's live and you just tap on a screen to see who they are? Oh, this is a
yeah,
bot. They're only following people. There's no shows. There's no one following them.
All the
right.
time.
It's a trip, man. It really
So,
is.
would you guys agree or disagree if stereo were able to keep like the messages? Say, for instance, I go into somebody's show, I call into their show, and if somebody wants to keep track of those messages, they can go to my profile and listen to some of the comments towards the show that I was on, kind of like a tracer.
Mm.
That'll be dope. Until you get
If
the spam and shit.
Well, if
Well,
they
you
could
would
do
know who's
this and
who though,
return the
right? You
YouTube feature back, or like you said, the stream key, if you could return that back to us and have us be able to use them, I mean, the simulcast feature, I think that's where it's always been at, because, and Capone says he's back.
He's back.
But as I've been looking into live streaming, the thing is, like, you're gonna have to pay. Either you're gonna do OBS Studio or Streamlabs OBS, or you're gonna play StreamYard. And what's the other one I was looking into? Restream. And it's like you're gonna pay 29 to $50 just to go on live, And I'm like, no, there's got to be free shit that it's just a better way. So if Stereo were to say, hey, you know what? let's create an exclusive way where we can help you distribute. I'd be interested to a point. I strongly would be interested, but I still don't want just one app having that much power, because if someone cancels you and enough people report you, even though you may not be doing shit, that shuts your services down. So I kind of have that, resistance. So for me, Haps and YouTube and everywhere else, I'm going to continue my message no matter what platform it is. And I even backup record all this, the audio, so that I could put it to whatever, some kind of display image. I just haven't had time to really do that. And I was supposed to do that this weekend. So after I get off the air, that's exactly what I'm going to spend the rest of my day probably doing. Or no, wait, I take that back. I got to have family time. Uh, it's going to have to wait till tonight. Fuck. My lady's going to call me out on this shit.
Yeah, I'm trying to hear you, bro. It's like what? like your ASMR is so hard right now.
I'm speaking live into the mic, man. It's if you see the levels on the HAP screen, look at what's on the HAP screen. Matter of fact, because you can see.
Yeah, I see it. Yours is blue though. No, she'll say something.
Yeah.
Okay, yours is blue. Mine is green. But
Because
yeah.
it just mine's green.
Okay, Jason's is blue.
Yeah, but on his screen it's probably green too for him.
Can you hear me
okay.
now?
I don't care how many ways you switch the camera. That shit ain't gonna help your mic, homie. I'm just
Switch. We sliding. Jason sliding on this bitch, man. Jason sliding.
He got the tiles.
It's my fault now. Wow.
Remember that
Thanks,
game
guys.
you used to be able to switch the picture, the puzzle around, like with you got the little black space on the corner. You always got to move it around to make the picture solid. That's what Jay's playing with right now. He's trying to get that shit put together. It's all good. No, but I think we want to tap into avatars, man, and catfishers. I think that's interesting. The whole idea would be that the last app that I was on, there was a Olympic Games. I'm sure everybody was fond of that if you've been on an app. But there was an Olympic Games that took place during, was it the summer? Like a little bit into the summer. And during this time, it was like all the top streamers were sitting in there, going against each other. They put us for different categories like entertainment, music, comedy. And, I went in there for entertainment. I should have went in there for comedy, just for shits and giggles. But I went in there for entertainment. And the first show that I did, I blew the first person out of the water. It was crazy. And the second one, I told everybody, don't spend no money. Because after the first one, I knew it was a cash grab. And then when the second one came, I decided to do a show about vaccines. And nobody wanted to listen about vaccines, bro. So I just kept on going and doing it. And then the woman that I was paired up against during this time, everybody thought that she was so magnificent, right? She thought everyone thought she was beautiful. She had this appeal to her. And come to find out, that's not even her. That was never her. And she was
I think I know who you're talking about. Are you serious?
Bro, when I came back to the app,
right,
they were all telling me, no, show, you haven't heard about the catfish. 'Cause I was in Weechee's live one day, and he's like, you didn't hear about the catfish? I said, what catfish? Oh, you didn't know? Yeah, old girl was a catfish the whole time. I said, wait a minute, what? Yeah, man, they kicked her off the app and everything. I said, oh shit. I never knew who it was, who she really was. I just know that when she would get on the mic, she had her own Discord. She had a very huge following, yo. It was crazy. And she got paid from that app. Crazy. And
she got paid well.
She did. She really did. And to find out that she was not who she said she was, it kind of made me understand, like, they paired me up against a catfisher in a Olympic game tournament. And I forfeited low key because I saw the cash grab and I didn't want to be a part of it. But to know that I could have won against somebody who wasn't who they were makes me feel like, damn, what's next, bro? How many of these people on stereo say who they are, but probably are not that, right? And
Dude,
then you look at what other app is there? Bigo. All these women walking around doing what they do, and then the chat just goes crazy, and people are just supporting these women. And it's easy for a woman to go live streaming like that on camera. It's so
right,
easy, and
right.
they make a lot of the money. 9 times out of 10, they make majority of the money more than the guys will. But to only find out that they are not who they say they are is the bigger piece of the puzzle.
Man, you have totally blown my mind with that. I cannot believe she was catfishing like that, man. I mean, everything was structured, profile pic, and her profile pic. That's where all of the followers came from. I
Hmm.
think it's like, hold up, that's not you.
But she had a sweet voice that sounded like though.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
was the
yeah.
thing. When she'd sit there live with a sweet voice, and then all of a sudden it's not her. Like, yeah, that's crazy.
I can see her picture, the catfish picture of her vividly right now. You know what I'm saying? That's how much she was on there. Always
She
in the top.
hot. She was on there a
Always.
lot. Everybody would boost her to the top, yeah. And then her biggest supporters were always there with her. They click up. I think Jay told me about they had a click that they would be in each other's streams and they keep boosting each other to the top spot. Kind of just play with the algorithm. It's
Right.
like, yeah, man, y'all are not genuine, right? Y'all are just faking the funk. Like, what's the point? If I could get on stereo and Haps and fake the algorithm and push my show up, 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 and up, I wouldn't feel genuine, bro.
No, man,
Seriously.
that's defeating the whole purpose. Okay, check it out though. Like all three of us here, we were trending in the top spot. Also like Ant on that app. You know what I'm saying? But it was genuine. If you pull up, you pull up, man. I'm not catfishing nobody. I mean, what you expect, man? I got a long gray beard. I smoke cigars and drink Hennessy and drive a
But,
Mack truck. What the fuck?
but the scary part is it was an app where a lot of kids were on. So when she was promoting herself as, somebody that really wasn't her, like that says a lot to the app. So now they're like, I lost my verified tag on that app because I didn't want to continue being on that app. But lo
Oh,
and behold, yeah, man, lo and behold, they ended up just running with it, bro.
you back, Jay?
I am back. If you can actually hear me, I don't know if the sound is shit, but it is what it is.
It's shit.
Oh shit.
You have the shits of the shits, bro.
First it was me. Somebody try to join you or something?
Nah, stereo's trying to connect.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what
Like
it
it's
is.
been doing that for the last couple of days now. It'll say connecting in the middle of my live, and all of a sudden I'm like, wait a minute, this doesn't seem right. It says I'm live, but it's
It's connected.
constantly kicking me out. Yeah,
Right.
like make up your freaking mind. So I've been a little hesitant. Like part of me is like, will I stay on this app? I'm gonna do the best. Somebody the other day I was in my live was like, you shouldn't get rid of this app. It's so good. You can use it. Yeah, well, I have to think about that.
Well, it shows
Honest.
you. It shows you're on, but it shows your face like all like faded in the back, like you like you're in, but you're not in.
Yeah,
They must be doing an update.
I'm thinking so because it keeps kicking me in, kicking me out right now. It's like there's two in there connecting, two in there connecting. And
That's crazy.
I'm over here trying to play with um my settings right here because I feel like there's something going on. There's something going on with my stereo. Something going on with my stereo.
Maybe they
A
have you
remix.
blocked. Maybe
You
they're
said what?
shadow banned. Maybe they're like, I haven't heard anything them tell me anything like when I simulcast on here on Haps. I give them, and what I do is I do give them their shout outs like, hey, thanks stereo for stereo listeners, distribute because they did I mean, like I said, we said before, they had distributed on YouTube and Twitch at one time.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how they severed their relationship. I don't know what happened. Uh, yeah, you can't even hear you on stereo right now. It just,
You can't hear me on stereo?
nope, nope.
I'm wondering if they're low key limiting people simulcasting like that though.
Maybe.
Yeah, because it's not, you know what I'm saying? We kind of use that cord to get in there, you know what I'm saying? To live stream with that because they're not a part of the platform. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Ooh.
I'm gonna send him an email and just talk to him about it. Like, hey, I'd like to add a video element since you're not offering YouTube. I'd like to simulcast, but I am producing, and just tell him like, hey, I'm producing from your platform first. The
Yeah, but
audio.
it doesn't say any restrictions with simulcasting.
Yeah, it's not in their terms of service, so I don't know what to say. Like it is what it is.
Because they wasn't expecting that shit 2 steps ahead of them. You know
Maybe,
what I'm saying?
maybe not.
They were expecting it because they had it with
Yeah, they
YouTube.
did. You're right. You're right. They did have it with YouTube. I think that got shut down because the unexpected phone calls, maybe somebody playing copywritten music in the background or the use
Yeah,
of profanity.
that's the other thing is like I haven't seen it lately, but I know there have been people that have been canceled on here or canceled on stereo because they're playing copyrighted music, and they do explicitly say if you're playing that and you're making money. Oh, now you're talking again on stereo. Now I can hear you.
Yeah, I closed the app and then I reopened it.
Oh,
And they have
now you're
whole
talking
shows
again.
like that, man.
Yeah, I closed the app and then I reopened it. Yeah, like I walked into Jay Carl's show before, and he'll be playing like a whole plethora of copyrighted music, man. But he's still live, so I don't think that's the issue, bro.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think people are being weeded out.
Well, I was
I
hearing
think people
feedback
are.
from me. I was hearing feedback from me necessarily, but I lowered. You know how like the iPhone icon or whatever the cell phone icon. I lowered the button, the sound button, so I couldn't hear myself speak twice or you guys twice because I'm on live on stereo listening to you, but I could hear like my voice or Curtis's voice going out twice. You know, so it's like if I'm going live on one, that's great. But if I'm going live on two, we're gonna face probably some of that feedback, or maybe not even hearing our voice, at all. Like when I was live on my shit.
Right. But that's the thing. Like we all can't be on stereo at the same time.
No.
That's the withdrawal. Unless we do our own private lives where we're not in the same room, but we have the same title.
Oh
There
man, that
is we can try that. I mean, to a point. That'd have to be another
I mean,
day.
all you gotta do is go live right now.
All right.
Just, I mean, as shitty as your mic is, yeah.
you know what? Fuck. At first it was me, man. I was having all them mic issues.
You done passed it to 72, bro. But it's a good look because now that we have our use cases are happening, man, like we can literally create a whole ass show however we want.
So you gonna go live, Jason? I could
I'm
try to
live
join you
right
on it.
now, open talk. I don't see my lips moving when you guys are talking. That's not necessarily working.
Really?
Yeah. If I don't see the lips moving when you talk, then I know they can't hear you. Yeah. If I don't see the lips moving when you talk, then I know they can't hear you.
Oh, I hear that louder.
That's me.
Okay.
Am I getting feedback?
Yeah. Like for those stereo listeners listening to me live, we're just experimenting with simulcasting right now. So for those who are
Like
in the show
for
right
those
now,
stereo listeners listening to me live, we're just experimenting with simulcasting right now. So for those who are in the show right now,
It's the
yeah, so you can
remix,
hear the double
baby.
feedback.
This is a good lesson learned right now.
double feedback.
Cyber Shots is now.
Yo, yo. You see,
Sorry,
no.
you'd have to go live on your own show.
Oh shit. Well, put me out, Jason. I don't want to end the live.
All right. Well,
Oh shit. Well, put me out, Jason. I don't want to end the live.
I don't know which you want, which part on Haps or
No,
or
not
where
Haps.
else?
That was just the reverb.
The reverb, echo, dodo, dodo, dodo. Yeah, I'm still looking at all these options, and there's 3 live listeners right now on stereo. I've got Ava 1. I've got Lady Boo SC. Let's see, who else do I got in here? Taylor. What's going on, Taylor? Got some interesting names in here.
Yeah. But see, now that you know, is it working though? Is if Cyber and I start talking, does the audio come through?
No, it's not.
Why is that?
Through.
You have a setup. Something's wrong with the setup that you got going on over there.
Oh, now I'm the bad guy. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm the bad.
Yeah, you're the fucking villain, bro. Deal with this shit. Yeah. I mean, I'm just wondering because yesterday it was working perfect.
Yeah, it did.
I'm
And
just
then
wondering, and you didn't change anything.
YouTube, and then I heard your double feedback. It was like it's like nails on a chalkboard going. I'm like, shit! What the fuck are you doing, Curtis? I had to cut down. I had to cut out my stereo talk because I was like, my listeners are not going to hear this crap. So, my girl says, yeah, babe, when you went on YouTube, you could hear me on there, and then you could hear the big feedback. And she's, I'll just let your listeners know. I'm like, yeah, I'll probably have to suspend that talk and redo fear some other time. So hey, it's all working it out. Oh, that means
Yo.
someone's calling into somebody. That's the whole stereo.
Yo, Cyber created his own show.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cyber is creating his own show.
I can hear y'all though. I can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, see, it's just Jason. Then the setup, something happened to it.
I don't know. Well, I'm gonna end my stereo talk because this is not. That was just an experiment.
Yeah, I can see both of y'all sitting up right there.
There's a shit on stereo right now. There's a shit ton of people. All my regular listeners, they're all creating shit themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting crazy, man.
But that's what happened when I was on the other app, bro. Like I had a lot of people coming to my live, and then once they felt comfortable with the app, they started going live themselves. So it kind of just takes away from
no show.
You said what?
I want to imitate no show. I want to make a subject.
I mean, it wasn't even an imitation process. It was just like people wanted to try, And now that you have an app that allows people to go live and try to go live, it only goes for so long for when you sit here and have a great show. And when they come into your room, it's as if like, all right, now it's my turn to go live. You guys should come to mine. Da, 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 da. Like I never go into people's room and start plugging shit, bro. Like,
Man,
granted, what's up? I was just saying I never do that. I never go in the room. I give the room the respect and talk about the subject that they got going on. I never tell y'all unless you ask about my show. That, yeah, I got a show this weekend. I got a show this. I don't need to do that. I just be like, yo, just come check me out. All the information's on my page. If they really inquire about what I'm doing, they can see on my show that my schedule. I got shows coming up. So I never plug on people's shows to show them respect. But now that people are getting comfortable going live, the rooms, if you don't have like 6 people in your room, I guess 7 people in your room, you know what I'm saying? People are less likely to really chill and vibe with you because they love a 6-panel room now for some reason.
Man, those are the best shows with 5 and 6 people.
Those are different. I want to say they're the best shows. I think the shows that have
I don't like them because there's just too many people trying to compete to talk.
No. I'm talking about with only like 5 people in the room, like the smaller shows.
Oh, the smaller shows, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like last Sunday, I did Sunday brunch, and I had what, 5 people. I had you, Callista, you guys, Callista and Amber, and it was great. I mean, everyone paced it great and everyone's kind of respectful. And then, but you go into other people's shows and it's just like, it's a lot of passion, impulsive responses, and someone's trying to talk over someone, and then someone's talking down. I can't vibe with that most of the time.
No
I
doubt.
my attention lasts about 5 minutes with that, and it's like I'm gone. You know,
Well, I saw one day on the app there was a lady she was live and she didn't let anybody talk, bro. Like she was on the panel every time that somebody tried to say something, she was quick to cut them off. And then I saw her in one of the rooms. I was just vibing in with the homies, and they let her on the panel. I said, "Oh shit!"
here it
I never.
goes. Here it goes.
I remember it, and I just sat there and listened to see if she was going to do it again because, granted, she wants to be a podcaster, which is good. And then when you start listening to her being a podcaster, she's just talking over everybody's opinion, everybody's point of view.
That
When
is
the
a show
when the mic is
hijacker.
directed to, let's say, for your cyber shots or Jay, if it's on you at either time, no matter who's talking, it's a quick interjection or just interception, just all up in your shit. Like, my dude, yo, can they speak? I want to hear their point of view. And when it came down to it, man, I just left the room, man, because I keep hearing her and she doesn't. I think she had that people are attacking me personality, which is weird.
They're not
Those people shouldn't be a
understanding me.
podcaster.
They don't get me. I have to be rough. I have to take over. All you motherfuckers are stupid.
Hey,
It's
Cyber Thoughts, Mr. No Show, 72 the
so what?
Architect. My name is Biff. I'm a closet thumbsucker. I like to watch squirrels play with nuts. Check out my latest podcast.
Mama, mama, mama.
People plugging shit, man. At least
Bruh,
low, man. Damn.
were y'all here when no, y'all wasn't here. I was live with my buddy on Friday and the dude called in and we were talking about the whole vaccination and we had this PDF file about it. We're talking about it. And this dude called in and said, I don't give a fuck if you take the vaccine or not. That still won't stop me from cutting your neck. I said, dude, are you serious?
What?
Are you, bruh? Live recording on my show. He goes out and he says it straight up. And me and my buddy were just like, are you serious, bruh? Yeah, you can't come up on my show talking like that. Then he called back in with a message says, if you don't like my voice or my messages, I'll just block you. And if you block me, I'll come back on my other different accounts and just report you.
That's where I came in at. He was
That's where you
selling
came in?
yeah, he was selling fake vaccine cards for $40.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
dude.
that's when I came in. I'm like, this guy's a real clown.
But those are the people out here though, man. That's who we're entertaining, bro.
Yeah.
That's I don't know.
What do you think about that, Jay?
That's crazy.
What a fucking whisper.
I'm gonna report you guys and have your account blocked. That's what I'm gonna do. Get at me, so-and-so.com. I'm gonna report you guys. Make sure you check out my website. I'm like, what the fuck? What's wrong with this dude, man? He's trying to block you and promote his website at
Barney
the same
Fife
time.
with the one bullet. Barney Fife with the
Outta
one
here.
bullet.
But I
Barney
mean,
was much sharper.
but when we come up with discussions, man, as wholesome people that want to really talk about real life events and throw a little humor in there to ease up the tension. We just trying to have fun and talk about some real stuff. You know what I'm saying? But when you get that immature or that attention seeker coming into your room just to, what I'm saying, do what they do, it kind of just makes you feel like, yo, I'm experiencing it, a lot of it, at a rapid rate, different apps. It's just like, yo, they done flooded this whole entire podcast market, and it feels as if we need to just find another way of doing this shit because they're gonna keep coming in. At least we can have regulations on who comes in. We know you, okay? We fox with you, okay? But then again, I think Instagram doesn't really have that issue. Instagram Live, you go live on Instagram, people aren't really messing around with you.
Oh,
They
okay.
come and they go, man. That's what happens. They just gone.
Jay, I really can't hear you, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. Hey guys, I gotta get going. I'm gonna have to cut it because like my lady's gonna be asking like, where the hell are you at? So I gotta get going. Here, I'll type it out.
No doubt.
Let's see. Hold on. Curtis, can you hear me?
What?
Yeah, we can hear you.
No, I really can't. Oh, you got to go? Yeah, I'm over here looking at different stories for my show and shit. So yeah, you're good.
Wait, Cyber can hear me, but you can't hear me.
No, I was just bullshitting. I can hear you. It's just very faint. Yeah. Yo, shit got a mouse fart to it, bro. Hey, yo, wine mixer, what's up? Long time no see, no chat. You know, like, where the fuck have you been? That's not your picture. Stop catfishing people, wine mixer. Is that you, Jay?
Sound effects.
Jay's got a whole hot ass balloon coming out, boy. Shit.
All right, fellas. So if I have to shut it down on Haps, and that means it's going to shut you guys down, or do I turn it over to a director because it's come from my feed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
you are. Yeah, go ahead. You're the host, man.
yeah, because I got.
I'm going to end on Haps because I know I got to hit up the lady and I got to take care of the family.
Wine mixer, where you been? It's been a whole. Yeah, my bad, Jay. You can go ahead, bro. I'm fucking with homies over here. Been good. Been a year since been on. Yeah, where you been? Like, yo, did you, girl? You can't